Someone who knew Barbara very well is with us now by phone. Award-winning journalist and longtime friend of Today, Joan Lunden. It's an honor to have you on this morning. Joan, good morning.
Good morning, Joan.
It's my pleasure to be with you to reminisce about Barbara.
Absolutely. We had it on the show a little earlier this morning. Oprah Winfrey has said that, we all stand on her shoulders, particularly as, broadcast journalists and as women. Tell us about the impact that she had on you and so many other women in this industry.
Well, I started co-hosting at Good Morning America in the late 70s, and I became the co-host full-time in 1980. That's when I met her. I was 29 years old, and the very first time that we met, she was scheduled to do a primetime special, and she was coming on to promote it. And I got the interview, and I was so nervous. She'd been my idol, and she instantly in that day became my mentor. And I don't even remember who the celebrities were on that primetime special. What I remember is that she pulled me aside after the interview, and she said, "You're going to hear from women all over the country that say you're not getting enough interviews. You should be able to start the show," because I had the same parameters with my male co-host that she had at the Today Show. You can't open the show, you can't close the show, you have to wait until the male asks, 2-3 questions. And she said, "Don't listen to them. You just keep your head down. You take every small assignment that they're willing to give you and make each one of those shine. Make them memorable, make them great. That is how your star will rise." And then she said, and I'm going to give you one other piece of advice, send thank you notes. She said, "Everybody always wonders why I get these big interviews." She said, "When I see in Variety that some celebrity has been, some actor has been cast into a movie or to a Broadway show, I immediately write them and say, 'This is fantastic. You're perfect for this role. I hope the production goes well, and I can't wait to see the end product.'" And she said, "So was it a big surprise that when the movie came out, they called me?" Because I had already established the relationship. That's why I got the interview and nobody else.
What an incredible...
She went the extra mile.
Yeah.
Joan, I wanted to ask you, because just hearing that story, listening to the story about 29-year-old Joan Lunden meeting Barbara Walters, the icon and the legend, we keep hearing she was so fiercely competitive, but also would bring in so many women, take them under her wing, and basically mentor them and nurture them. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I certainly have never known anyone else in my entire life that it was as fiercely competitive as Barbara. And she could just love you to death. But if she had to go to battle with you to get a certain story, forget it. She would win, period. But she was almost equally as fierce in her desire to help young women. I mean, she was almost motherly with me. And she did it with the interns in the office, with everyone. And, she would write thank you notes, not just to the celebrity that she just interviewed, but to all the other young women that were there and part of it. So she paved the way for every single woman. Someone wrote me yesterday on Facebook and said, "It's so sad that Barbara Walters has passed, but as I watch you are an example of her legacy." And I was like, I stopped and I looked at that and I said, not just me, like every single woman on air today. But I got to tell you, it wasn't just women. She taught the male reporters at the same time, because she just raised the bar for the entire industry as to how to get the interview and how to write the best interview possible, and she was a workaholic, and she wouldn't mind me calling her that. But it did come, though, at a really high price to her personally, in her marriages and with her daughter. I mean, we sat, every morning that she co-hosted with me during the commercial breaks, we would just talk as two women. And her biggest regret was not having spent more time with her daughter, because she was just so laser focused on her career. And it was, the Today Show. I remember, because when I started out, I was at a local affiliate, an NBC affiliate in Sacramento, and I produced and anchored the noon news. And part of my job was to watch the Today Show every morning with a stopwatch and get in times and out times from stories. And so I watched her every morning for like a year and a half before I ever came to New York. So she was my idol, and she was kind of teaching me before I even met her.
Well, we're looking at these pictures of the two of you. I mean, we're all indebted to her. And you talk about, the challenges that she faced. She trailblazed so that we could all be here today. Joan Lunden, thank you so much.
Appreciate you,
for
Joan.
your time. Beautiful memories.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.